Hi, Aaron here. Anxiety. Anxiety is nothing more or less than an extreme level of caution. If you think of a scale of 0 to 10 for caution, what we do when we get into a car, we stick our seatbelt on, we have a natural degree of caution. If we stand at the side of the road, we look left, right, left, a natural degree of caution. When we're, however, in a situation where we don't know what's going to happen next with our job, with our family, with finances, that sort of thing, then that cautionary level just goes up. And it can be, I've been talking to people lately who are at 8, 9, even 10 out of 10. So that's what we call anxiety. Anxiety is just a word to describe an extreme level of caution. Now, how does anxiety work? Really simple. It's all to do with the future, how we perceive our future. So when I do anxiety, if I'm doing it really well, and that might sound like a crazy thing, but it's just a structural behavior. If I'm doing anxiety really well, what am I doing? I'm imagining myself in a future, real or imagined situation, and I'm out of control. And so what happens in that situation, in that moment, my brain, my body, my deeply primal part of me goes, I might die. So I'm in the present moment, I'm imagining a real or imagined situation, and I'm associating into that future situation, and it feels unsafe. In that moment, my cortisol goes up, I go into flight or fight, and that's why we get breathlessness. That's why we feel tight in here, tight in our gut. It's literally our body is going, I need to shit myself and run, or fight. So it's the freeze, flight, or fight. That's what happens. Now, how do we kind of functionally, structurally deal with this? If you know that something's coming up, a meeting with a boss, a meeting with something, a meeting, even having dinner out for some people is like, oh my God, dinner with the family, Christmas with the family, whatever it might be. It's all to do with a specific, real or imagined event, right? So an imagined event might be, I know something's coming up to do with my job, I just don't know when it's coming up. It might be a meeting, might be a mandate, might be whatever it is. So that's the imagined. But part of us, the subconscious, is going, oh my God, I can imagine what that's going to be like. And we start going into the high degrees of caution, 7, 8, 9 out of 10. Okay, what do we do structurally? Remember, this is about a primal response to an imagined place where we think we're in danger. That's the fundamental of this. So what do? Picture yourself on the other side. Too simple, I know, and yet all of this anxiety or heightened degree of caution. See, when we get in the car and we stick the seatbelt on, what do? We know where we're going. I can picture myself at New Brighton Beach just smiling because I'm getting out of the car. I can picture myself at the beach. So the whole cortisol, there's no cortisol. There's just a sense of like 2 or 3 out of 10 caution because I've got to drive somewhere. There's people on the street, you know, blah, blah, blah. I've got to keep my eyes open, blah, blah, blah. But I know because I've got a mental image of it, it's a subconscious mental image that I'm going to arrive, get out of my car and go for a walk on the beach. So there's no drama. So it's all in the imagination. So if we get that image, and it's an image of ourselves on the other side of this real or imagined event. Now, the image is really important. It's got to be color. It's got to be a little bit larger than life. It's got to be compelling. And it's an image where we're smiling because it's done. It's over. It's finished. So it could be like Christmas Day. So I can picture myself Boxing Day, waking up, whatever, hangover. But I can picture myself smiling because Christmas Day's done. Ah! Now, it's not that I just nailed it on Christmas Day, or I nailed it at the meeting with the boss. It's nothing like that. It's just, there's a picture on the other side of the event. I'm smiling because it's done. Now, immediately when we see that picture, that part of us that's been worrying whether we'll survive or not will drop that caution level down, pretty much start doing that straight away. because we've superseded the anxious imagining with a much larger image, a bright image, a clear image of having survived. It's so random, but I've worked with this since 1996. Everyone gets anxiety. Everyone does anxiety. It's a structural thing. You can't be anxious. You do anxiety. That's where it means if I'm doing anxiety, I can start shifting it. If I am anxious, well, that's who I am and I can't do anything about it, yada, yada. So fundamentally, anxiety is a strategy that we run unconsciously. It's part of our primal makeup to stay alive. The trouble is, at present time, when there's so much uncertainty, we are running it almost habitually. So to get out of that habitual circuit, we have to start habitualizing ourselves to seeing ourselves in the future on the other side of lunch, on the other side of brushing our teeth at the end of the day, on the other side of our sleep, so we can see ourselves waking up tomorrow smiling because the night's done. No care about what it was like. No care about whether we did the right amount of toothbrush. No care about whether we've got a bit of indigestion or not with dinner. It's done. Make that a habitual process. Now, if you know something's coming up but you don't know when, there's still a sense that you've been associating into that imagining. So what we want to do is say, well, if you can imagine this potential event, I want you to picture yourself on the other side of this potential event smiling. Make that image larger than life. Make it bright, make it clear. Sometimes it sounds crazy, but some people have got like a choir singing in the back. Oh! It's like, because bring some sound into that image. Yeah? Make it sparkle. People love sparkles, but one most important thing, it's just an image of you on the other side. Now, if I see myself on the other side, I'm going, oh man, I nailed it, then I'm going to be creating anxiety about the possibility that I might not nail it. Do you get the difference? So I'm seeing myself on the other side, having survived. Try it out. Make it a habit. It's fun, and you'll notice that whole anxiety will start to come back to a natural degree of caution around 3 to 4, kind of like crossing the road. My name's Aaron, aaronm.co.nz.